bridges 4, engine rooms aft, med bay starboard.
Smart stuff up front, powers them back. I did not like the look of that Archon. Maybe the Angara will let me pitch a 10 on Aya for the duration.
You'd let a bone-faced blowhard like that deprive you of my scintillating company?
That blowhard hates you now. If you're not careful, he might deprive me of your company. All right. Next time, keep him on the line. I might have something to say.
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
So how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks. And Jal. That book hasn't even been written yet, has it? Exciting.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right. Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
Oh, is it my turn to talk?
Ha! Sorry. Yeah, I should work on my motor.
You might find that people reveal themselves more freely if you give them a chance. Cora included.
Really good advice.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Ah, there you are. Gotcha.
Do I need to get Lexi to do a psych review?
Maybe. People have been telling me I'm crazy my whole life. Just dealing with some scourge issues. That Archon fella tried to warn you not to joyride into it, but you were just la la la. It was an act first, think later move. I respect it. Well, more like I resemble it. Hey, you play poker?
Come again?
Poker. Card game, bluffing, betting. It's an age-old measuring stick of a person's character, fortitude, guts. Used to think maybe it was my calling. Turns out I'm just good at it. Never lost, heads up. We should play sometime.
Maybe if we get a break from duty.
A little distraction can be useful. Let yourself wander a bit. You might come back sharper. Next time we port up and you're in the mood, I'm always in the mood. The Angara was super curious about the ship. A few were pretty bold. Asked me questions.
What do you make of them?
They know their shit. Quick-minded, sharp. They'll make good allies.
Out with it already. What's the deal with you and Callow? Anything I should be concerned about?
Twist my arm, why don't you? It's contrasting styles more than anything. He's a blueprint guy. I'm gears and guts. Got ink on his digits, not grease up to his elbows. If you didn't have me to balance him out, you might be in trouble. Heck, maybe that goes both ways.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime. Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Arrogant son of a bitch. Maybe that's redundant for a cat.
He's also the first kid who bothered to talk to us. That's useful intel.
True. They can communicate. They just prefer to open fire. So, what else is new?
Any more Commando war stories?
That's all I can share, anyway. I miss them.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here. Ryder?
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Liam, I signed off on that project.
That's great, Pathfinder. Jarl and Maldarov, we got our gear.
Costa? Ryder?
I'll bite. What's with the gun show?
We're swapping armor, not weapons.
Don't let him tease you. I explained the reference. You ready to go?
Go.
Right. The pattern on your pauldron?
Family honorific.
Can I wear the poncho?
It's a Rofshin. And no,
Why? Is it religious?
What?
it's personal. You're not allowed.
Because of status or species?
Maybe it's both.
Do all humans look alike?
Some of you sound alike.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought this was about armor. Are you deliberately trying to offend Jarl?
Of course he is.
That's the point. Asking stuff diplomats leave out. Armor for answers.
My turn was earlier. Nexus info packets leave a lot out. I am sorry. Was this not sanctioned?
You weaseling Adi.
Nevertheless. Ryder?
He was not wearing any pants.
I hope you know what you're doing. I don't need the Nexus breathing down my neck.
Relax. Jarl won't complain to HR or whatever Tan thinks we report to. We were joking around and realized we didn't know how to insult each other. Or how not to. Some things are so ingrained they're invisible. We didn't even know the warning signs, so we got it over with. Now we won't do it accidentally. Like when we're trying to negotiate an outpost. Enough of his people want to shoot us now.
Okay, I kind of get the intent. No harm, no foul.
If Jarl was offended, I'd be on the floor. I'll take that kind of honest any day. We have a lot to learn. That's part of what our team is for. Better now than when people's lives are on the line. Pathfinder.
What's your read on the people we're working with?
I don't bring it home. On the Tempest, I like everyone.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Could you please put a shirt back on? What did I walk into? Where's Vetra? Probably up front.
Your take on the Angara, old man?
Strong. On.
Notes from the last fire drill. Liam's new evacuation plan cut 22 seconds off our best time. Drac, we need a solution for your vis-a-vis ladders. PB, you're dead because you were 2 minutes late to the evac point. I live in an escape pod. No need to panic about the drive core noise this morning. Just a stress test. There's nothing wrong with an 0500 wake-up call. Profanity deleted by info. You're welcome, Liam. Adjective verbing nouns, Gil. Liam, if the VI learns to censor all language, I'm making you reprogram it. Educational, in a way.
Been a while since I encountered a new friendly species. Last time was the humans.
Oh, yeah. You lived through first contact with them, didn't you?
If I recall, my exact words were, "They're bold for being so squishy. Do they know they're mostly water?"
Harsh. Don't let Ryder hear you.
Pathfinder?
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
We can talk more later.
Sure. Hey, kid.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
What can I do for you, Pathfinder?
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Thanks to that remnant storage box from the EOS vault, all I need is one particular piece of RemTech to complete my project. My scanner located what I need on Volt. If we have a chance, can we go find it? Pathfinder Rider. A manifest of items that I have brought aboard your ship, the Tempest. Blankets and bedding in the event your unfamiliar alien bedding is insufficient or uncomfortable. A small number of personal projects. These are bits and pieces of Angaran tech and weaponry. "25 jugs of nourishment paste. This will need to be replenished regularly. Armor, including my 2 Rothjin, unknown alternative, cape, suspenders, and equipment to repair them. Vials of salves, creams, and perfumes. I can provide your science officer with a list of ingredients that I have if that is required. I've also brought my personal weapon, a Ket rifle. I've been issued an Omni tool, which I am currently calibrating. I hope that this list is compliant. Come by when you've got a minute. Got an idea I want to run by you. Might help everyone deal with the craziness around here." Time to go to the cockpit. Check my loadout first. Where is Liam's thing? You're getting closer with Liam. He's dedicated and struggling to find ways for the people of the initiative to understand the Angara and integrate in Helios. You've shot the breeze with Gil a few times, and he's invited you to hang out socially and share his favorite pastime, poker. Huh. I'm gonna have to go back and double check.
We might have a problem. I was running some numbers, mass balances and such. The Tempest is carrying about 70 kilos of extra mass. I think something's aboard that doesn't belong.
Is it a problem that we're carrying extra mass?
Not mechanically, but something heavy and unexplained. That's not good. Our internal sensors aren't getting anything, but they're not as powerful as a Pathfinder's scanner. Can you take a look?
All right. I'll look around the ship and see what I can find. No extra mass in the airlock. Too bad. It'd be easy to get rid of it. None of the equipment in here would produce extra mass readings. All the mass readings in here are normal.
Of course they are. Something up.
I hope not. Got it. Suvi, that extra mass is behind the storage room bulkhead.
Behind it?
It looks like a construction mech welded right into the hull.
Scanning the parts has activated an audio log.
I think I know what that's about, Ryder. Come up to the bridge. Those parts you found welded in the storage room. I recognize them.
From where?
They belong to the ship's lead designer, Lucille Diawara. She broke her back during construction. But Lucille wouldn't abandon her ship. She converted a construction mech into a rig she could wear. She must have welded it into the hull. Her artist's signature.
Not even a broken back could stop her dream.
Sam, didn't you find an audio log with Lucille's rig? Can you play it?
Sam found my construction gear then. Well done. One of you Pathfinders got the Tempest. Mason Barrow, Zevin Reka, Matriarch Ishara, Alec Ryder. You were the best of us.
She's only saying that because she never met me.
Take care of my ship and each other. Whatever is in Andromeda, you're the Milky Way to them. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.
I never thought I'd hear Lucille's voice again.
She really cared about the Pathfinders. Enough to give them her rig. For luck.
Lucille made it a part of the Tempest. Let's keep it that way.
I'll see to it, Ryder.
Thanks. Now let's go make her proud.
Pathfinder.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Sam's been compiling our star charts. The other pilots on the Nexus will have plenty of new trails to follow.
You can drop the charts off the next time we're there.
Funny. A few months ago, that station was like a war zone. Flying was my only way to escape the chaos. Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Everyone's really working to get the Nexus on its feet.
Regardless, the worst threat to the whole initiative is still that monstrosity.
You mean the Scourge?
I still see it crippling the Nexus in my memories. I had to train other pilots in hazardous flight techniques just to look for food and water. It's a cage that eats good ships and good people. Helios won't be home so long as it's a threat.
The Angara live with it, and so can we.
And if every one of our colonists was an ace pilot, I wouldn't be worried. If we could somehow neutralize it, or if our ships had defenses against it. Still, that's what we do, isn't it? Find a way where there is none. Just see the Nexus for proof of that. What can I do for you?
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model. But he forgot. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Jal has all sorts of questions about the ship. I gave him some technical manuals. He tore right through them. I should ask him about Angaran ships. Imagine something actually designed to handle that damn Scourge.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Okay, let's see. Get a movie library download from the Nexus. Then he wants a small armor project approved, calling it a diplomatic effort with Jal. Access to film screen of the research. Ooh, Omniblade 3. Ah, Nomad. I need to get more stuff for you. Hmm. Maverick's skirmish armor. Pathfinder 3. Oh, I don't. Dang it. I thought I had enough. Oh, maybe we should stop by the Nexus.
Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
What is it? Beryllium.
Anomaly detected.
Well, Byro's surface is primarily composed of iron, but mountains rich with less common metals dot the landscape. Scans indicate that the Angara have often sent mining expeditions here.
Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Graphite. The Angara have established a research station on the boiling toxic surface of Mayrav, but it appears unmanned and in danger of destruction. Perhaps the Angara lack the resources to maintain it.
Anomaly on sensors.
Despite its comfortable temperature and gravity, Senseiol's composition is highly toxic and inimical to most life forms. It would be difficult at best to colonize.
Probes launched. Satellite detected.
Ket satellite, well concealed low in the orbit, doubtless designed to observe Angaran activity in the system. Disabling it permanently is a simple task. Every century, Fedvun's orbital path takes it dangerously near a stretch of Scourge. It appears to be bleeding atmosphere as a consequence. Oh wow. Let's head back to the Nexus. Welcome to the Nexus, Jarl.
The human Pathfinder has died.
Oh, geez. Residents are still mourning the loss of Jean Garson. The initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the Scourge. An official tribute is planned, though Director Jaron Tan has provided few details so far. Without Jean, we wouldn't be here, he said. But now that we are here, we need to focus on surviving before we can celebrate. Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum for initiative kids. The Asari say they'll wait it out until demands are met. That's a good point. We need like a full education or cultural system to... A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents. Maintenance begins on malfunctioning sun lamps causing unending daylight in some Nexus quarters. A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. So then never. A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. Top scientists have few answers as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. Well, it took us 600 years to get here. I'm sure it's probably going to take just as long to get information back. History is made after the initiative establishes Padromos, its first outpost in Helios. The establishment of the EOS outpost follows two disastrous attempts that claimed numerous lives. Even so, authorities say they are overwhelmed by applicants now hoping to settle the planet. An expedition to EOS in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault. Though not much is yet known about the underground structure, it is believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist Pelisaria Basale, what we activated in the vault drastically improved the atmosphere on EOS. The human Pathfinder has died. Alec Ryder was killed after touching down on Habitat 7 in the Erickson system. Ryder's son has reportedly replaced him as Pathfinder, taking command of the Tempest in the ongoing search for a home in Andromeda. The ongoing investigation into an infamous uprising aboard the Nexus is centered on two alleged instigators, life support specialist Calix Corvanis and an unnamed Asari engineer. Both crew members were said to be instrumental in keeping the Nexus viable after first contact with the Scourge, before ultimately betraying Nexus leadership. Corvanis was killed by Nexus security forces. The engineer was exiled. Officials believe some individuals loyal to the mutineers remain on the Nexus. Eyes are everywhere, warned Initiative Director Jaron Tan, and our eyes will not blink. Nexus work crews continue to make targeted repairs to systems and infrastructure after the station's devastating collision with the Scourge prompted an emergency wake-up in Helios. Oxygen filtration levels have stabilized, but conservation rules remain in effect until further notice. We've got a long road ahead of us, Initiative Director Jaron Tan said, but we'll get there if we stay civil and stick to protocol. As more colonists land planetside, Initiative officials do not recommend any interaction with Remnant and Ket technology. Any civilians encountering alien tech should alert the nearest authorities and keep a safe distance. All pods in the Hyperion are now functioning properly after a glitch woke dozens of colonists not yet scheduled to come out of stasis. The glitch reportedly scrambled the ship's manifest. Colonists woken up because of the glitch have the option to return to their pods or take a job on the Nexus suited to their abilities.
Alec Ryder was killed after touching down on Habitat 7 in the Erickson system.
Hey, Vetra.
What?
Keeping tabs on things back here?
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
Shore leave is for relaxation. Take some time off. Get a massage. Can Turians even get massages?
Sort of. We get vibrations through the carapace with a hammer. Ugh, not for me. I'm fine, just people watching.
Okay.
Hey.
How may I assist?
That's all.
It has been my pleasure.
Hi, I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus.
Gil Brody is your engineer, right?
That's right.
I'm Bailey. I used to work with him in the hangars here. You wouldn't happen to know if he's available, would you?
Depends on what you mean. His duties keep him pretty busy.
No, I mean like a... Oh, never mind. Just, tell him I said hi, huh?
Everything's good. You're cleared for entry.
Where will we be living?
EOS. Outpost Prodromos is being established as a science center. Looks like you two are nourishment engineers. Makes sense. Scientists have to eat.
Welcome to the
Terraforming
Nexus.
efforts are ongoing, so it might be a while.
We ask that you spend a few short minutes going through immigration processing, then we'll have you on your way.
outpost?
Where do I want to go? Protesters. $4,800 credits. I don't really use mods. What is this for, Liam? Total gain 0.
So, okay. Once I hit the colony, this set should be good for protection. If we get attacked by Ket,
It'll work against lighter weapons fire.
Pathfinder Scout armor. 3 damage resistance, 8 weapon damage. Four damage resistance, 10 weapon accuracy. Do I want this? Or do I want to save and just... Screw it.
Hi, this is Tian.
Right, small guns,
founder
okay.
of the
Big
initiative.
guns, done. I can do it.
Free our families!
We're constantly
Our Nexus! Our lives!
Seems quiet for now.
Free our
Look,
families!
Jonesy,
I know. This isn't what I signed up for either.
Wake the sleepers! Free our families! Tell our leaders! Wake the sleepers!
Make them hear. Make them know. Make them lead or make them go.
Hey, what's going on?
That's your new galaxy. Making speeches about some fresh start while your kids stay frozen.
And it's all thanks to your Pathfinder.
Excuse me?
We've waited months for our families to come out of stasis. They should have gone to your outpost.
But since you think research is so important, military personnel got bumped down the list. Like my clan brothers.
All the reassignments mean they're in 10 different colony blocks now.
And my mother just got caught in the middle.
We only had resources for one outpost, so I focused on the skills we needed most.
And what we need is our families back.
Maybe you could still make this right. I just want Mom out of stasis. That's all anyone here wants.
You do stasis revivals. You can tell our leaders you're opening those pods. Today.
I authorize whole colony blocks or a few emergency revivals. I can't wake dozens of random people.
We don't care whose finger pushes the button. If you can't, our leaders can. And if you tell them, they will.
Okay. I'll talk to the leadership about what we can do.
14 months of promises. It's time for some results.
We tried petitioning Addison. She ignored us. Screw her.
Start with Kandros. He sent those 10 soldiers over there. Maybe he'll take us seriously. Make them hear. Make them know. Make them lead or make them go.
Oh boy.
Construction and repairs continue on various parts of the Nexus. Authorities have no word on completion and remind visitors to avoid affected areas. This is HNS.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in
Kandros, we have a situation.
By tomorrow.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I need to talk to you about stasis revival and those protesters in hydroponics.
I see. Maybe I should get the others for this.
Protesters have seized hydroponics?
They want their families out of stasis. The outpost on Eos disrupted the schedule. They're scattered across colony blocks, dozens of people. The protesters want this fixed today.
The realities of our position are...
We can't wake those families. We don't have the resources, and there's nowhere to put them.
We settled Eos. There's no space down there for a few extra?
It's not that simple, Ryder. Everything Eos produces right now is accounted for.
And if we send soldiers to a research outpost, there'll be trouble.
What do you suggest?
Leave the families in stasis where it's safe and get those protesters out of hydroponics. They seem sympathetic, but so did the exiles. We can't risk another revolt. Survival is more important than family reunions.
What would you do with the protesters?
I'd send in a squad and march them out. At gunpoint if we must. If they resist, a few might land in medbay, but it's better than losing hydroponics. Or the Nexus.
Do you think these protests could turn violent?
We're all pioneers. Even civilians are tough enough to start something.
And interfering in hydroponics threatens our oxygen supply. They know that.
We have to look at the bigger picture. Get them out of there.
Kandros?
I'll send in a team, but it might go smoother if Ryder's there.
A good idea. Sometimes we have to give bad news. That's a Pathfinder's duty, too.
Weekly injury report. Multiple casualties under heavy engagement.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
Just stand down, ma'am.
Or you'll shoot me. Good luck explaining that to my grandchildren.
What happened?
She was about to disconnect the water hoses, threaten all the plants.
They're saying the leaders won't wake our families. Well, this is how far we're willing to go. Their move.
I know this is hard, but for the good of the Nexus, we need you to be patient.
We've already waited. How old will I be by the time Mom's out of stasis?
Take it easy, kid. The Pathfinder's got a point.
I'll go off station if I have to. I'll find anyone who'll actually do something.
You want your mom to wake up and find you exiled? Or dead?
Reese, don't. Anything's better than that. Even the longest wait of our lives.
When our families hear about this...
They'll probably agree with the Pathfinder. You're done here. Come on.
Oh boy. I need a drink.
Take a break, Pathfinder. Everyone needs it.
Welcome back.
Okay, good talk. Fold. Where do I download movies?
not the best quality, but we don't have many options here.
Operations.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
Huh, right over here.
Maintenance crews.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone.
Anything else on the Nexus? Cryo Bay.
What's up?
Talk to you later, Davis.
I'll be here.
Ooh, I should stop by the Pathfinder archive.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone.
Is that here?
All power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Hello again.
Top scientists have a few
Tan likes to think he's keeping an eye on us. Works both ways.
EOS, 80%. Hey, Cora.
This is how all those worlds look from the Nexus. We forget how beautiful they are.
We're seeing more and more skirmishes with the...
Congratulations are in order. Peaceful contact with the Angara. It's everything the initiative stands for.
From what I've seen, we could spend years learning about their culture.
I am sure you have pleased our scientists to no end. This was a rare occurrence in the Milky Way. In the meantime, I am eager to forge diplomatic ties with the Angaran people. We need any allies we can get. Did you have some other business?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
What? How can we be out of those materials?
I don't know. Ben's looking into it. Don't worry, probably just another computer glitch.
Vetra never had these glitches.
That's because Vetra kept it all in her head. We mere mortals aren't as good at that.
Good job on the outpost. Maybe Addison will lighten up.
What do you mean?
She's been pretty upset about not having an initiative outpost established yet. Understandable, if you ask me. I'm just glad she's got work to focus on now.
Nothing more for now.
Good luck out there.
We need that console up and running, Cash.
Understood. I'll send an engineer to your office as soon as possible.
our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS. The human Pathfinder has died. Alec Ryder was killed after touching down on Habitat 7 in the Erickson system. Ryder's son has reportedly replaced him as Pathfinder, taking command of the Tempest in the ongoing search for a home in Andromeda. This is HNS.
It's kind of old news at this point. Anyway, anything new here?
This is not good. Damned exiles.
Hey, Sarah.
What year is it?
2819.
I could have sworn there was something here. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy.
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is HNS.
Next of kin in the Milky Way. Does anyone ever actually think those are gonna reach home? Took us 600 years to travel here. How long do you think it'll take us to send a message back to our great grandkids who have never met us? I'm just saying, priorities might need to be changed there.